Bikertv is brought to you by Parts Canada and Drag Specialties. We support the sport. Metzler ME880 Marathon, what Bikertv rides on. The Dealey Motorcycle Exhibition, Vancouver, BC. Welcome to Bikertv, by bikers, for bikers. This week on Bikertv, we're in Digby, Nova Scotia for the Wharf Rat Rally. We're helping to fight cancer at the Bikers Reunion in New Liskeard, Ontario. We're hanging with Niagara Hogg at Biketoberfest. But first, we're back at the GPRC for Tech Tips with Wally.
Hi, welcome to Bikertv Tech Tips with Wally. This week we're going to have a look at a tool that we're seeing more and more in shops around the country, and that's a dyno. Now, what is a dyno? It has a lot of uses. A lot of people think maybe it's just for measuring horsepower, finding out if their bike is as powerful as they are hoping it is, but there's a lot of other uses for it. We can measure horsepower, we can measure torque, and one of the main uses that we use ours here for is to tune the fuel-injected motorcycles. They're not like they used to be with carburetors, and we can't just change jets and turn screws. We have to actually get in and do some testing on the dyno and use a computer to do a little bit of adjusting. You know, another important aspect of a dyno room, possibly the most important, because it'll keep you alive if it's working properly, and it may not help you stay alive if it's not, is the air system in the room. And it's one of the most difficult things, I think, to get set up sometimes, so it's working properly. We're changing the volume of air in this room about 10 times a minute, so it gets pretty noisy, it gets pretty windy in here. But you need that for the safety of the people in the room. Another question somebody might have is, how often should you dyno your bike? Well, there's really no, it's not like an oil change where you go in every 8,000 kilometers and get your bike on the dyno. Normally what would happen is if you did some modifications maybe to your engine and you wanted to measure and see what sort of an increase you got, or if you wanted to have it tuned, with super tuner or something along those lines, it would be on the dyno. But really, you don't have to bring it. It's not a regular maintenance thing.
Say your goodbyes softly. We'll meet again when you join me in my fantasy.
I did two different tests. I did a roll-on test in fourth gear. I started at about 1,750 RPM, and I brought it up to red line at 100% throttle. One of the things that some people think is that it's kind of like a race. You have to push this green button at the same time as you open the throttle. I don't know if you noticed or not, but you can hit this green button 5 minutes before you start your run if you want. And I'll normally hit the green button, and then I'll bring it up to my starting RPM, and then I'll carry on with my run. The second run that I did is one that we do when we're super tuning bikes. It's one of our tests that we do called the step test. And again, I was in fourth gear with the step test. I set the computer up so it started the step test at 2,500 RPM, and I had my steps set at 500 RPM increments. So basically what it does, once I get the throttle up to 20%, I hit the green button, and it will hold it at my first RPM, which would be 25. It holds it there for 5 seconds, and then the brake releases just enough to allow the RPM to come up 500 RPM higher. It holds it there for 5 seconds and continues on up. In the lower throttle positions, what you would do is you would watch until your brake disappeared, and that's when you'd stop your run. On this one, in the 20%, we don't lose our brakes, so I stopped that one at about 5,000 RPM. You know, some people are a little bit worried if they put their bike on the dyno that something's going to happen to it. It's going to blow up or whatever. We've never blown a bike up here. I've never actually heard of a bike blowing up in the dyno. If the operator knows what he's doing, you should have no problems whatsoever. We've got motorcycles here that have over 7,000 kilometers on them, all on the dyno, and they still work just fine. So you don't have to concern yourself with that. It's a fairly sophisticated tool. It's a fairly expensive tool, but you know what? With the motorcycles that we have nowadays, it's almost essential to tune them properly to have a dyno. So take it into the shop and let them tune it for you.
Stick around. After the break, we're in Digby, Nova Scotia for the Wharf Rat Rally.
It's the #1 training facility for motorcycle mechanics in Canada. The course here is amazing. The teachers are amazing. This is where it's at.
Dragon Jeans, what Bikertv rides in.
We have a big responsibility to move the freight every day. It's important that we do that as safely as possible. Challenger Motor Freight. Join our team and go the distance.
Choose one of our existing audio kits or design your own at hogtunes.com. Hogtunes, audio solutions for the great American cruiser.
Special thanks to Creative Chaos, not for the weak of heart. Hip Cycle, complete Harley-Davidson service. Doc's Leathers, for criminally insane prices. Dynotesting, motorcycle tuning experts. Bikertv Advertising, call Bob for a quote. Closed captioning by Hogtunes, audio solutions for the great American cruiser.
Labor Day weekend, bikes, babes, and rock and roll. We're at one of Canada's largest biker bashes, the Wharf Rat Rally in Digby, Nova Scotia. Let's get this show on the road. So what brings you here to Digby, Nova Scotia?
All the action with the bikes. That's what it's all about, the bikes. Okay, you got every kind of bike here. I bet you there's not two here alike. And for sure there's over 25,000 bikes here. And this is what it's all about. All the bikes get together and everybody does their charm.
Is it your first time here at the Wharf Rat Rally?
My first time here at the Wharf Rat Rally, yeah. My name is Frank Keats. Came from Newfoundland. I drove 8 hours to get to a boat, and then I spent 8 hours on the boat. Then I spent another 9 hours to get here.
Boating and biking.
Yeah, and you know something, the weather we've had this year, if I had a choice, I wouldn't even took the boat. But I'm pretty well around the Maritimes all the time. I put about 25 to 30,000 kilometers a year here in Atlantic Canada, and the biking is just phenomenal. I got a 2010 Ultra Classic Harley Davidson, and my story is there's no other bike. But you look around, my theory's not right. Paved road, Newfoundland, from one end to the other. get them in the morning and start, and at the end of the day, you're on the other end.
How's it going?
Fine, thank you.
What's your name?
Huey McLean,
And you are?
Maura McKeegan.
Okay, and where are you guys from?
Bridgewater, Nova Scotia.
And you too?
Bridgewater, yeah. Ridge Lake, Cape Breton.
So this is a crazy bike you're on. What is it?
It's called a Can-Am Spider, made by Bombardier.
And how long have you had it?
A year,
A year?
yes.
Can you tell me about it?
It's got a 998cc motor. It's 100 horsepower, made by Skidoo, Bombardier.
Okay.
Fantastic bike. We've been to Ontario, Cape Breton, all over the South Shore, New Brunswick, Halifax.
On tour.
Yes.
And what do you think about it on the back?
Oh, I love
Good
it.
ride?
Yeah, I love it. It's great. Comfortable.
She doesn't want to get off.
You don't want the summer to end.
That's right,
Now,
exactly.
If Bombardier put tracks on this, you could turn her into a ski-doo too. or
Exactly,
something.
that's my plans. That's
Pretty
my
good
plans.
idea. There you go.
Yeah,
Okay. What all did you guys get to do this weekend?
put a little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything.
Yes,
Was there
yes.
like a highlight moment for you?
The racing off the boats. Yes, love it.
Not the
Yeah.
scallops?
Yes, scallops also.
Scallops
We had
too, right?
scallops also. Yes.
What's the coolest bike you've ran into?
Probably the neatest one. There was a young fella. In fact, it's right over there. A little bobber with a 96 cubic inch shovel in it. It's really nice. He put it all together himself. Young ex-military guy. Yeah, it's cool.
How y'all doing?
Good, how you doing?
Not too bad. How's things with you?
Great. The
Excellent.
weather's beautiful.
Excellent, beautiful. The people are hilarious, and
Oh.
I'm having a ball.
It is great. So I can't help but notice your t-shirt.
Oh yeah, what do you think?
Eat me. Halifax, Nova Scotia. I love it.
All right, all right. So how you doing?
I'm doing great.
All right.
What's your name?
Gordy,
Where are you from?
Halifax.
Oh yeah?
Just here with my buddy Wayne from Bridgewater.
Hey Wayne.
Me and Wayne's hanging tough, and we're having some laughs and carrying on, and we're gonna go have a Caesar, hey bud?
Right on. Sean, it must be some hot with that kilt on.
It's about 25 pounds of wool.
What do you have on under there?
Well, that's the age-old question there. That one's up for debate.
That's the secret, is it?
Best kept secret in Scotland.
Oh, and are you You're from Scotland? You're
I was born in Canada, but my family's all from overseas.
Okay.
I've actually been bagpiping my way as far as I go, making all my gas money as I go. I've come 1,600 kilometers so far.
Are you on a bike?
Yes, ma'am.
So you're biking and bagpiping.
And I was wearing the kilt going up the street on the bike earlier today.
This is excellent. You know, this is the biggest we have in Atlantic Canada. Now, in Ontario, we have Port Dover, Friday the 13th. And this is on the same scale.
Yeah, we are Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Oh,
It's
was
just
it ever, right?
absolutely
And like
magnificent.
you've got people here from all over Atlantic Canada. And it takes a lot sometimes to get here.
After the break, we're helping to fight cancer in New Liskeard, Ontario at the Bikers Reunion.
Laidlaw Carriers Tank Division. Join the winning team. Tank Industry Leaders. A professional company with professional drivers. Late model equipment. Local and regional hauling. Now hiring professional drivers. A great place to work. Laidlaw Carriers Tank Division.
Special thanks to G. Bork. You can't afford not to come see us. Cape Breton Bike Fest. Thunder in the Highlands. The Nova Scotia Motorcycle Tour Guide. Bikertv Advertising. Call Bob for a quote. G. Bork, you can't afford not to come see us.
So what made you start the Bikers Reunion?
I started out as an open house at my shop. 20 years in business, open house. And invited some motorcycles over and had 20 bikes. We flipped burgers for cancer, and here we are now, thousands of motorcycles, thousands of people come, and we're going to be close to $750,000 we give them to our hospital for cancer care. It's our 9th year, and you can see that it's grown quite a bit from 20 bikes. And we try and bring all kinds of different entertainment to people, the young, the old, biker, the non-biker. And we try and mix it all together in one weekend. This weekend we had the high tower gymnastics, we had mini motocross, we had educational shows like the reptile shows and mad science, plus we had some great entertainment, local bands, and the Stampeders. Take bikers' reputation and you take the word cancer, sometimes people take them negatively. So somehow we try to switch that around and make it positive. And when you see all the survivors up at the hospital and you see what the bikers are doing for the people battling cancer, I think we turned that around.
Oh yeah, I put tears in my eyes.
Yeah, you can't express it in words. You have to be there to experience it. You can see it, but it's still not the same.
So what are your plans for the future?
Sleep.
Sleep. There you have it.
Trying to get more than 2 hours a night sleep. It's a 12-month-year job, and the last week I was sleeping with a notepad on my chest and my pen, and I'd wake up in the middle of the night and write down notes. So I'd come in with a list about 3 pages long for the crew, what we got to do this morning and that. So that seems to work pretty good, but I don't want to do that every night. I think if we can make people's lives a little bit easier that are battling cancer, even if it's for one day, and when you see people lined up at the hospital waiting for the bikers to come in, that's pretty neat. It's pretty neat. And also, if we can still keep bringing people to Northern Ontario that would never come here to experience the hospitality, the friendliness, the fresh air, you know, the beautiful scenery we got here where the setting is, I think if we can do that, I'm happy.
And some sleep.
And some sleep, yep.
Stick around. When we come back, we're hanging with Niagara Hogg in Fenwick, Ontario at Biketoberfest.
Laidlaw Carriers Tank Division. Join the winning team. Tank Industry Leaders. A professional company with professional drivers. Late model equipment. Local and regional hauling. Now hiring professional drivers. A great place to work. Laidlaw Carriers Tank Division.
It's the #1 training facility for motorcycle mechanics in Canada. The course here is amazing. The teachers are amazing. This is where it's at.
Dragon Jeans, what Bikertv rides in.
We have a big responsibility to move the freight every day. It's important that we do that as safely as possible. Challenger Motor Freight. Join our team and go the distance.
Choose one of our existing audio kits or design your own at hogtunes.com. Hogtunes, audio solutions for the great American cruiser.
Advanced welding techniques, training for success. Come see our new virtual training lab at advancedwelding.ca.
Special thanks to Universal Cycle. We don't just sell motorcycles, we sell motorcycling. Kane's Harley Davidson, parts, sales, and service. Ride with Bikertv at the 3rd Annual Rolling Thunder Rally. Bikertv Advertising. Call Bob for a quote. The CMDRA. Adrenaline pumping action.
Trucker Television, Canada's hottest news show.
My grandpa's a trucker. He helps feed kids like me.
Canada's hottest news show, Trucker Television.
You're a busy guy. I've been chasing you around for the last half hour.
Yes.
Tell me about yourself.
Well, my name's Bruce Bessel, and I'm the guy that decided to do this event 10 years ago, and it's been successful ever since, and a great event. Everybody loves it. We give away a Harley Davidson every year.
I heard that.
Yes, this is our 10th one.
Really?
So we're getting ready for next year again already.
What made you start this event?
It started because I was a Lions member here, and I wanted to get younger members involved in Lions. So I said, well, let's raffle off a Harley Davidson. Well, my club thought I was crazy. So finally talked them into it. We did the first one in 2003, and we sold out on ticket set.
How many people did you have attend in 2005?
500, and it snowed and rained and freezing rain, and we did it in October. And then 3 years later, we decided to do it in September. And this is the weather we've been getting since.
And it's still Biketoberfest, even though it's September.
It's Biketoberfest, and in Germany, Biketoberfest starts now.
Does it?
Yep, in September. So it's not in October, it starts in September.
Are you German?
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Just checking.
Yep, it's just a great event. I'm proud of it. We have lots of people helping us, and it takes us a whole year to prepare for the next year.
I imagine it does.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
We got here about 2 o'clock. Some of our members put their bikes in the show and shine. It's a big show and shine.
I've seen that.
Yeah, Lincoln County is doing the judging, and Lincoln County has a show and shine in the springtime, and they're very credible. You know, everyone respects Lincoln County for their ability to look at the bikes, and I mean, they get right down there. And look.
Very professional judging, and they got a nice array of hardware to give out.
Oh yeah, beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah, very good participation over there.
Yeah, I was talking to Bruce, and Bruce said last year there was about 22 or 23 vendors, and this year he's up to 54, 55.
I heard him say that, over 50.
Yeah, so that's really, really, impressive, because it's just a one-day deal, and if you look around and look at all the motorcycles, it's hard to believe that many bikes are in the Niagara Peninsula, but they come from far and
people do come
wide.
far. I was talking to guys from Cape Breton, Hawk.
Yeah.
Cape Breton, they're all the way, well, I don't know if he moved here, I don't know, maybe he was snowing me, making like there was an iron award or something.
No, he showed up today, and he's in the area, so that's why he came,
I see you're the road captain. Tell me about yourself. Who are you?
Well, my name is Dennis. I'm with Lincoln County Motorcycle Club, and I'm the guy that's supposed to be responsible for the club when they're on the road and just keep order.
Very good. Yeah. And how long have you been doing that?
I've been with the club for about 3 years now. So the club's been around for 45 years. We just celebrated our 45th anniversary. Actually, had a big party on Labor Day weekend, actually. So it was good. It's been great. Good club.
Nice.
Yeah, good bunch of guys.
How do you get picked as road captain? Is it like the short straw or what?
No, well, the guys vote. No, the guys vote you in, and they want somebody who's likes to navigate and stay and ride out with the club. And one of us is at the front, one of us at the back, so we've got to make sure everybody's in order. So
and tell everybody where to go.
Sorta. Yeah.
What's going on here today?
Well, today is their Fenwick Lions, their 10th anniversary, and the guys in the club and myself, we help out with their organize their show and shine. We classify the bikes, and the people vote for their own bikes, and then we look at the rest of the bikes after that's all done and pick a best of show based on customization and trimming of the bike and cleanliness and all that. So
fit, form, finish, all that stuff.
All that stuff. Yeah.
Very
so
good.
We picked
so
that.
Professionally judged. That's nice.
Yeah, for the best of show. Yeah. So it's only the second year we've been doing that. Prior to that, they used to have the ladies of the Lions members vote for a bike, but they just kind of they didn't really have time to do that, so it wasn't really fair to all the bikes. So we changed that a couple years ago. So
right.
Yeah.
Well, everybody seems pretty busy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And this is a great, just like busiest year ever. So
the show and shine seems popular. There's a lot of entries over there.
Yeah, we had about 87 bikes this year, which is I think the best year ever.
Wow.
So yeah, no, fantastic.
That is really good.
Yeah. No, we're really pleased.
I would have entered mine, but I couldn't get anybody to wash it for me.
Yeah. Well, a couple guys were actually getting their bikes detailed here before they put them in. So.
Yeah.
So it's good. The vendors, good for the vendors.
Is the judging over now?
Yeah, we're all done. We've tabulated all the votes, and they're going to announce the winners in the next little while. So
I spoke to people in the crowd, and generally everybody's really impressed with the way it's judged and how professional it's run. So good for you guys.
Everybody's happy over here. It's good. I'm glad.
It's nice to have you helping out.
Thank you.
It's my first time here, so I'll see you next year for sure. I didn't realize I was missing such a party.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Next week on Biker TV, we're back in Digby, Nova Scotia for the Wharf Rat Rally. We're checking out the biggest Friday the 13th in Port Dover, Ontario. We're helping bikers battle cancer at the Bikers Reunion in New Liskeard. And we're back at the GPRC for Tech Tips with Wally.